There is not an infinite supply of oil, gas, or coal, and those are very highly polluting. We see the effect that they're having on the climate. It's hot, yeah? The storms are bigger. All sorts of things are happening. Do you expect to be here for a while? Do you expect to have children? Do you expect any of your friends and relatives to be alive in 40 or 50 years? How do you want them to be living? We only have one planet. We're all on it together. You know, if you don't care about any of those people, go off by yourself, but go off in a cave somewhere and don't bother me. You need to try to find some way of decelerating that climate change, and sustainable energy is one of the strategies that's got to be part of that. And solar is one of the most sustainable resources. It's going to be a long time before the sun goes away.
Let him hold it and he'll walk up on the ladder behind you. You go ahead and you get up there. You're gonna follow him up on the ladder. Investing in solar power is an opportunity for people to do their part in lowering their own personal carbon footprints. It's a way for them to also utilize the accessibility of lowering their energy costs. So during the day, a lot of people are using their HVAC systems, especially during the summertime. They're using them a lot more frequently. And of course, kids are out of school. And so having solar gives them an opportunity to be completely off grid, and then, you know, renewable energy is coming in and they're not using the grid like everybody else, because during the summertime, during peak hours, a lot of people are pulling, so it means power plants are working twice as hard to produce power and get it to all the residents. It allows you to create generational wealth. It allows you to create those savings for your families. Like our clients, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas, they went from paying a power bill of, I think, like $180 to $20. And so that's amazing savings for them. On top of, you know, paying my lease payment, I still have this little bit of savings where I can reallocate money to either go to a savings account, get home warranty insurance, or even pay an extra bill off. And so being able to do that, like, it's something that you can get instantly.
Three things we cared about. One was we wanted to support good, sustainable energy. That was a major idea of ours. We've been trying to be very energy conscious for years. We don't have an electric dryer, we don't have a dishwasher, we don't have a television. We do use the computer a lot, but we don't have a lot of extra electric things. That was one thing. Another thing was, you know, we're retired, we've got fixed income, we want to keep our costs down. But the third thing, and maybe the most important to me, was that we wanted reliable power continuity. We wanted battery backup. Because I use a CPAP, and I need to have my medical device working all night while I sleep, or else I'll stop breathing in the night. So these are the batteries. Since we got solar, we've had power outages several times, including a couple times at the night, and I never noticed a thing, which is exactly where I wanted to get to. Actually, when the power goes down, I get a text message and an email from the Enphase system before I hear from Georgia Power.
Being in coastal communities, there are a lot of hurricanes. And with there being hurricanes, the power goes out. And when the power goes out, it takes a while, especially if it's a large hit from a hurricane. It takes a while for those power companies to get out and get the grid back up and going. So if I have solar already, I'm creating my own personal resiliency hub right in my own home. Sometimes when it's very rural, it's harder to get out there to get the grid back up. But if I have solar, I don't have to worry about it right away. there is so much money out here through these different programs that are running, you can kind of eliminate those bad actors. So before you might have known somebody who gotten burned, but then if you see these other programs that are backed by the state and local municipalities, it gives you that type of security to know that, okay, if I've seen this other person do it and then this program has been running for a year and they haven't had any problems and is backed by government, then I know it's a good program and I don't have to worry about, oh, if I get solar, then of course I get the price hikes, I don't know what I'm signing into, and then it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
Solar is coming around. You're going to see people with it. Let's get into the idea of what green jobs are, so folks can know. First of all, it's not just about buying the solar. Let's see, do you want to own a business? Do you want to understand what the green jobs are? Like, you know, electric chargers, solar power, like what does this look like for you in other capacities as well? What I'm trying to grasp my mind around with in this movement is galvanizing communities so that we're in the know, we understand concepts like clean energy and green jobs and sustainability, because there's a lot of folks that those terms would just go right over their head, and we don't want that to happen in this. That's what it means to me. It means educating for the greater good of the community. Once we do that, we can begin to explain the benefits of how it's going to help our Earth, how it helps to preserve our Earth, and what clean energy can really do for us. I think we can break it down like that if we begin with those basic parts of it. I don't want our communities to be left behind. I think that's the biggest hurdle that I'm faced with now. Like, how can we make this mainstream? Like, how can we make this popular for somebody to say, oh yeah, maybe in a rap or something? I'm far-fetched. I know, right? It's far-fetched, but it's the idea.